Good morning. Welcome to day 47, May 23rd, 2024. It's about 5:30 in the morning. What an amazing campsite. It was just what I needed. A shady afternoon, a good night's sleep. Although I've been sleeping well most nights. The wind blowing all night, but just being sheltered, not even like really hitting the tent. And I am blown away that no one else is here. Maybe because it's too far away from water, but man, this was a good sight. And so we have already begun the unpacking process. We are enjoying probably one of the last cups of Starbucks Dark we have. I think there's more coming in one of the resupplies, but for now, a little treat. It did get nice. I did have the rain fly off, which is always so nice. The moon is full again, so it's super bright in the middle of the night, but the trees help shade some of that. Let's see. So I'm still undecided on what to do today as far as going into town a day early or just sticking to my original plan. I need cell service to make a final decision. So between here and the 13 miles to the road, there are a couple of spots where I should be able to get some cell service. Obviously, the first thing I want to do is see if I can cancel my reservation for Friday, Saturday, because if I can't cancel it, I'll just stick to Friday, Saturday. If I can cancel it, I'll just rebook for Thursday, Friday, and then worry about getting a ride into town. Looks like there are a couple of folks who will take you in for about $45. So, yeah, I'm not gonna so it'll probably cost about $90 to $100 if I need a ride both ways. Because Ridgecrest is I think it's like 20 miles. It's not a quick ride. So yeah, I got no problem compensating people for their time. This is like the one time where if you're like with a group of people, you can split that cost because it's per ride, not per person. But I've already seen it here and there on the trail with the groups of people, the tramilies, where people are waiting around for someone, or you can just, I just can't deal with that. I need to just do my own thing and how I'm feeling. So yeah, we'll just we're gonna wing it, and we'll see. If I can do my normal pace, I could be at the road by like 2 2 is probably a conservative time, maybe a little earlier, a little later. So yeah, we'll see. Who knows? We're gonna just kind of figure it out. Yeah, I'm really excited about going to Kennedy Meadows South. It really seems like that's going to be a fun start to the Sierra adventure. One thing I did do last night that I haven't done in a while is I am curious about my average miles per day. Now, obviously, if you count in my full days in town, which is like a no mileage, that seriously takes the average down. So if I take those full 0 days out, and I take out the like 2 or 3 days where I only had like a 2 or 3 mile walk or hike to get to the trailhead to get into town, I did leave in like days leaving town where I only might have done 10 miles. My average for, I think it was 39 days of hiking, was 16 miles. So I'm happy with that. Now if you add the 0 days in, I think it goes down more to like 13 miles or 14 miles a day. But yeah, 16 miles a day. And through the Sierras, obviously there's not going to be any town days. So that's going to hopefully keep the average the same, if not bump it up a bit. So that's where I'm at as far as mileage goes. And I'm can't complain about that. I think it's only going to go up, especially once we get out of the Sierras. So that is the morning update. Haven't had one in the tent for a while, but there's no one here. So we're going to keep getting unpacked, or repacked, I guess I should say, getting the tent unpacked. And we'll be moving soon. All right, it's around 7:30. We just joined up with this dirt road we're going to be on for a while. Trying to get some cell phone service. I've got 1 bar LTE. That's not quite enough for what I need to do. So I'm going to keep climbing and keep checking for cell service. In the meantime, airing out the feet and having a little breakfast. So according to the comments so far out, this dirt road sees a lot of activity with off-road vehicles, especially on the weekend. So kind of glad we're doing it when we don't have to worry about jumping out of the way. All right, we're back on the trail. It's nice. Still looking for a good cell phone signal, but so a couple passed me on the road walk, and then 2 females passed me, and right before the dirt road turns to the trail again, they were putting on sunscreen, taking a break. We got to talking for a little bit. Happy Camper and Werewolf, very cool. So Happy Camper asked, "Where are you from?" "Thirsty, New Hampshire." We both kind of jumped back. "I'm from New Hampshire too." "Where in New Hampshire?" I said, "I'm from Manchester." "I'm from Manchester too." We did a little Manchester, New Hampshire happy dance. Took photos of each other. Very cool. So hope I run into those 2 again. Of course, they're a bit faster than I am, but you never know. Maybe somewhere in the Sierras or points north, we'll have another reunion. So that's very, very cool. What are the odds of seeing someone not only from the same state, I guess those odds are pretty good, but from the same town? I mean, it is the biggest city in New Hampshire, but still, what are the odds? Very cool. Great start to a Thursday morning. Getting some closer views of Mount Whitney and Mount Langley. Very cool. All right, we just took another break to air out the feet. Had a little more breakfast. We've got about 6 miles before our next waypoint, and I think another mile or 2 after that to the road, but still no cell service. But probably in about 4 miles, between the 4 to 6 miles, hopefully I'll get a better signal and I can start figuring the rest of the day out. We shall see. The weather again is amazing. Very comfortable hiking weather. That must be our road down there. 8 miles away, give or take. All right, it's about 11. Just was able to get solid cell service, 4 bars LTE. Got on the Hilton app, and luckily I had free cancellation until midnight tonight. So I was able to cancel my reservation for tomorrow and Saturday and rebook for tonight and Friday. So I have a room booked. Now I'm just gonna have to figure out a ride. But I think once I get to the road, there'll be a little cell service. There are a couple of people who will take you into Ridgecrest for about 40-50 bucks, so it's well worth it. I think I got about 3 miles to the road, give or take. It should be all downhill. So just gonna go into cruise control and make our way to the road. It's noon. We just left some awesome trail magic at Walker Pass Campground. Sorry, I just had to climb up a hill, catching my breath. So the guy there was super cool. Had a bunch of cold drinks, sodas, Gatorades, and even beer. Too early for a beer, but if I was still gonna be on the trail, I would have packed one out. Also offered to make hot dogs and grilled cheese, which is super nice. Again, if I wasn't going into town, I probably would have had some of that. So, Happy Camper and Werewolf were there, so it was good to talk more about New Hampshire. They were going to Lake Isabella. There was another older guy there, and he offered to give them a ride. Unfortunately, Lake Isabella is the opposite direction of where I'm going, so I'm gonna have to try for a hitch and or text somebody to come get me. So once we have some self-service over here, we'll figure something out. All right, we had the awesome ride in the RV. Now we're gonna do just a quick little couple of things from Albertsons. All right, just got a notification that our room at the Hilton was ready, but we are so close to the laundromat that I'm gonna head there first. Picked up a few things at the Albertsons just for today, detergent, a couple of Gatorades, and some chips I can snack on at the laundromat. We'll get the clothes clean, and then we will make our way over to the Hilton. So a lot of walking around with the pack. You can't avoid it sometimes. All right, laundry started. I got a half hour to go. All right, laundry is done. We got about 1.5 miles walk, all flat, to our hotel. I got lazy and actually ordered an Uber, but it was taking them way too long to find someone, so I'll just walk it. What's a little more walking? There it is. We're getting close. All right, it's about 5:30. We are showered and resting. We've had some Chipotle chips. We're gonna have the main course soon. Got our packages, starting to sort through things. Have a replacement backpack that's brand new. Hopefully I don't have the same issue. I was able to print out a return label for REI, so tomorrow I'll take the old one to the post office and hopefully have no problems with the refund. Yeah, what a great day it turned out to be. About 13 miles to the road, but before the road was the campground, and there was trail magic there, which was awesome. Got to chat with some other thru-hikers, and it was a really nice spread with lots of cold drinks, including beer, hot dogs and grilled cheese, really nice setup, and shade. So after that, as I was walking towards the road, which is about 1 mile away, there was this family that was going the other way back towards the campground. Just let them pass, said hello, like 2 young kids and a mom and a dad. And anyway, the reason I say that is because when I got to the road, a guy, Scarecrow, had been sitting there for about 20 minutes or so. He had left when I showed up from the trail magic, and he was trying to hitch into Ridgecrest, which is what I was trying to do as well. So we started talking and sticking our thumb out, and it really only took about 10-15 minutes when this rental RV came down the road, and who was driving, but that family that I had passed on the trail. I think they were Swiss, speaking German and French and English, of course. And yeah, they were gracious enough They were having some sort of issue with their RV where they had to take it to Ridgecrest anyway to get some sort of repair or replacement done. So we got a ride in an RV to Ridgecrest and got dropped off probably about 1.5 miles from the hotel, but was only about less than a half mile from the Albertsons, the grocery store. So Scarecrow and I walked together for a while, and then I went in the Albertsons and he kept going. Before I go with that story, another funny story, the woman I met from my same hometown, Manchester, New Hampshire, Happy Camper, she was at the Trail Magic. Her group was going to Lake Isabella, which is the other way on the road, and an older guy who was there who likes to hang out and offer rides offered to give them a ride. But while we were hitching, Scarecrow and I, they showed up, the three women, because the guy, I guess, only had room for 2 people. So they were hitching the other way. So we had a bet whoever got hitched first would have to buy the other group a beer at Kennedy Meadows, which is coming up real soon. So yeah, we got the first hitch, and then luckily as we were like putting our packs in and getting ready to go, we saw they got a ride on the other side. So it wasn't too hard getting a ride, which is nice. So got in the Albertsons. I just got like some Gatorades and some chips for the laundromat and detergent. So then I went to the laundromat, which is kind of, I'm getting further away from the hotel, but I'm getting like errands done. Even though I had gotten a notification that my room was ready, I didn't know if they had a laundry here, and they don't. So hung out at the laundry. It only took like 45 minutes to an hour. Have nice clean clothes again, which is super good. And then I tried to get an Uber to the Hilton, which is only like 1.5 miles, 2 miles from the laundromat. And there was just no one to match with, so I just decided to walk it. And it wasn't bad. It was like a 20-minute walk. So made it to the Hilton, got my packages, got comfortable, got everything unpacked, was able to talk to Sarah for a little bit. We'll FaceTime tomorrow. But just ended up being a great day. It just, you got to be flexible out here, because I initially, until like last night, I was going to take the bus tomorrow to get into town. But once I saw I could cancel the rooms without penalty and rebook them, and it was like still kind of early in the day, it just made sense to get in early. And that gives me, I'll get to Kennedy Meadows South a day earlier, can hang out there for a night or 2, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. And and then get into the Sierras. The mountains are calling, man. I got to get in there, but I do want to relax and rest, because there's not going to be any more hotel nights for a long time. So, which is great, but I'm going to enjoy it while I have it. So there is a Chipotle in town, but it's all the way on the other side of town. After all the walking I did, I just treated myself and actually got it delivered, which I almost never do. And I think there's a Domino's, so I may do the same thing and get Domino's delivered tomorrow. I do have some errands to do tomorrow. I have to go to the post office. I have to go back to Albertsons and get some things. I don't think I need to get canister fuel, because I still have a large full one, and I can get more when I get to Kennedy Meadows. So overall, a great day. Going to edit this video, relax the rest of the night, start uploading all these videos to YouTube, and we will see you in the morning for errands in Ridgecrest.